AH-1W, the new China helicopter, at least for me, as one of the more recent additions to the game. I was playing this around for the last couple of weeks, and if I had to describe this helicopter in one sentence, I would say that this is the improved version of the Cobra, but a worse version of the Viper. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Well, it's better than the Cobra, yes, but it's not as good as the Viper. And it lags quite a bit behind. First of all, it has this massive propeller with 2 blades on it. And the difference with the Viper is that you get 4 blades that looks like this. So that's definitely, you can definitely feel that in the game, that this helicopter is not performing as good as the Viper, which is an interesting thing to say, because the Viper, I've always said, is a heavy helicopter. It's not very maneuverable. But having said that, and comparing this one is even less maneuverable. I would say that this helicopter is basically a Cobra with Hellfires. And if we were to look at, say, AH-1S at 9.7, it's basically the same. Double-bladed rotor, small wings. You only get to bring 2 rocket pods and then 4 missiles on each wing, which is exactly the same on this helicopter. The difference is it has these exhausts at the back, and if we look at the engine itself, you get 1690 horsepower of the engine with 250 kgf of thrust. Compare that to the Cobra, and it's only 1300 horsepower with a max thrust of 210. So it is definitely an improvement. There's 2 of these turbine engines, right? So you get a total of almost 400 extra horsepower and 40 kgf extra of thrust. So in terms of comparing this to the Cobra, it's much better. It still flies kind of similar, but better, which is nice. But if you compare it to the Viper has 1800 horsepower. Again, there's 2 of them as well. And you compare this one, 1890. So it sounds like almost the same, but Viper feels much better actually in terms of performance. So that's the engine comparison. Armaments, again, you get Hellfires, 4 Hellfires on each side. You also have a choice of bringing in the AH-9Ls, these big air missiles right there. But the difference between this layout and the Viper is that the Viper is able to use it on the wing, right? You can actually put it on the wing, and then you still have 4 contact points on the wings to choose armaments. So that's a big difference between this one and the Viper, is that you have less surface area to work with. So if you do decide to bring 2, the grand total of 2 AA missiles, you are left with nothing but rocket pods. And who's going to bring that into the game, right? Nobody, I don't think. So of course I definitely go for the Hellfires, and I just do without the AA missiles. It's just, it occupies too much space, and it's only 1 or 2 that you can bring, so completely useless and can't be brought into the real game. When you start off with this helicopter, you get the TOW-2 missiles, TOW, TOW missiles, and they are extremely slow. They are very hard to really do anything in the game with. So I basically just went to ground assault and I upgraded myself until I got to Hellfires. Because bringing two missiles into a game at 11.0 is torture, and you're only gonna waste time doing it. So I never even tried. I went straight to ground assault, and I upgraded my helicopter until I was able to get the Hellfires. Another positive thing about this helicopter is the gun. It's not the best gun in the world, but it's a gun that's there for you to use, and as you will see in the game, in my several games, I was able to actually put it to good use, defending myself against jets and even helicopters. So this helicopter can lock on targets, which is a huge plus. And you are able to use the gun to do some protection for yourself, or even to kill a couple of enemies. You also get IRCM right here that protects you against heat-seeking missiles, which is always nice to have in helicopters. But anything with a laser, you basically, as soon as you get a notification, a warning, just get out of the way, find yourself a new spot, relocate, do what you gotta do. So overall, my experience with this thing has been, I would say 50-50. It's not a good one, it's not a bad one. It's just a helicopter that's there, it can perform, it can do well, but it doesn't shine. It's not a great helicopter by any means. And I was actually kind of hoping to see that that would be the case, because in the Chinese tree, you have two choices of 11.0 helicopters. You have the Z9W. Actually, it's already there. It's this one right here. And of course you get the AH-1W. This one at least comes with a gun. And it has 8 missiles plus the rocket pods. With the Z9W, you don't have a gun. And you can only bring 4 choices of ammo. And if you decide to go with ATGMs, then you'll have no AA missiles. So comparatively, these two helicopters, the difference between the two is the gun. So if I had a choice, I would still bring this one over the other one. Actually, there's two positives. It's not just the gun, it's also additional 2 rocket pods. Right? So you can bring 4 missiles on each side, so 8 plus 2 rocket pods plus the gun. This one can only bring 8 in total. You have a choice of bringing AA missiles on one and ATGMs on the other, and you don't get a gun. So this one is a downgrade in terms of competition compared to this one. This one is a better helicopter between the two. But I've had difficult games. I had difficult time getting good games with this helicopter for some reason. And I partly blame this on the new event vehicle, the T-72B3, that just came out, that everybody is driving around. It's the one with the arena protective system. And as you will see in the game, tanks are basically immune to you. As soon as the missile approaches the target, their arena system activates, destroys your missile, and you get absolutely no effect whatsoever. So if you're seeing any T-72B3 with arena missiles on the ground, you are not going to get them. It's just as simple as that. And you will see that in the game happening on several occasions. But I was kind of curious to see how this would perform. I was expecting this to be kind of like a Viper, and in some sense it is, but it feels more like a Cobra with Hellfires. That would be my honest review and opinion. And I do not like Cobras. Like this one here, for example. I think they're okay at 9.7, 9.3, but they're not great helicopters, right? In my opinion. So having an 11.0 helicopter that kind of behaves like a Cobra is, I feel like it's a little high for this BR. Personally, I would put this at 10.7. And I think that would be appropriate. But yes, that's the AH-1W for China. I believe the Americans also get AH-1W. Yes, they do. It's right there. Also at the same BR. But we're taking the China out for this one today. So let's go and take a look and see how it performed in the real games. I think I see him in front of me there. Just gonna send a bunch of rockets down this way. Excellent. Very nice hits. That's why having rockets is always convenient. Here comes the missile. Okay, I'm not sure why that exploded in the midair, but I'm gonna just use my target box as reference and just send a bunch of rockets down again. And that's successful attack. The thing is that you only get maybe 2 attacks with the rockets, because you only get like 36 of them, so it's not a lot. But it's nice to have those targets that you can't really see. Now, what just happened there, that's T-72B3 with the new arena protection. Basically makes these tanks immune to any ATGMs that I have, so my Hellfires can't really do anything. As soon as it approaches the target, he just shoots it off and protects himself. Stay there, stay there. Just in time. I want this guy to keep going. Okay, he's going. Nice. Somebody's lasering me. Not sure what it is. Alright, perfect. 3 seconds. I don't know what happened there, but I think that's again arena protection. I was having a lot of troubles with the arenas during the making of this video, because pretty much all of them were immune to my attacks. Alright, well, this is the second time we get another SPA. I'm just kind of relying on people spotting enemies for me. Except in this case, I know that this guy has been there the whole time, so 5 seconds left. Lock on. Again, see? Nothing happens. He shoots off my protection against my missile, and I have no way of killing him. Tank is the same, but the protection is different. Incoming jet. Got the scratch on him. But no smoke, so I think he might survive. There he is, coming back around actually. I got him. I don't think he knew where I was. He probably expected me to stay at the helipad. That's why being mobile is very useful. so that people don't know where exactly you can be. I'm just waiting for this guy to stop so that I can fire off a missile with insurance. I got 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. Now I can point at him. Okay, that's a T-80. He doesn't have arena protection, so I was able to actually make connection there. Okay, incoming. I'm just using this as my reference point for my rocket attack. I don't know exactly where this guy is, so hopefully something hits. Oh, somebody coming in. Okay, this time he got me. Yeah, I won't survive this one, unfortunately. Okay, first target. He's right down the middle, so that's easy for me to pick him up. 292. Very nice. Oh, somebody on A. I'm just hoping that he stops. Once he stops, that's when I fire off my ATGM. I can't lock on him. Oh, he's coming out. Right on time. That's another 292. Oh, somebody's over here. And just in time he came out so that I could actually make a connection. But he was very close to actually surviving that. Oh, I see somebody there. I don't know where the missiles are going, but I was able to get them just in time. That's nice.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Oh, somebody coming in. I got the critical. Oh, he's going down. Yep. That's pure reflexes and positional awareness that got me that kill. Otherwise, if I didn't look for 1 extra second, I could have lost it. He would have got me. Oh, he shot my Hellfire. Okay, let's send them some rocket love. I don't know what's coming my way, or from where. Oh, I see a dog. Yeah. I don't think I had any chance of surviving this one.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Very difficult map, this one. The only way to play this map, I find, is that you have to really get close to enemy spawn and go all the way behind. Because anything else is impossible to see. Looks like we have a jet flying by. I won't be able to do anything at the moment. This is the downside of this helicopter, is that it doesn't carry AA missiles on the wings. Oh, looks like he's coming back. And he's coming really close. Beautiful. I'll get them. Yep. Good night. So yeah, unlike the Viper, it doesn't carry AA missiles, so you kind of... Basically all you have is Hellfires and a gun, and you just kind of hope for the best. Yeah, this is not a very good helicopter map in general. This is one of the very few really bad ones, actually. But in this game I was able to somehow manage to get a few kills and have a decent game. Oh, I see another target here. As long as he stays there, I should be able to get him. Stay right there. Excellent. I like those moments. Also, I'm relying on people spotting me for me. It's kind of easy, much easier to do than trying to find it yourself. Got him. Is there a helicopter coming in? There he is. Beautiful shot. Killed the pilot with one hit. That's why having guns with target tracking is so vital for helicopters. And this is an example of why Hellfires are terrible. As soon as it goes behind the tree, tracker stops following the target and loses it and goes all over the place. I really don't like that about pretty much all the nations except Russia. Russia is the only one that actually has straight traveling missiles, whereas everybody else have these Hellfire patterns, and I really hate them. Like, it's a simple target, just go straight. But it's you kind of have to work around it. Another jet. I think it's already going down. Whoop. A little close to the trees there. Looks like our team has already won this one. Well, this is a perfect target for a rocket barrage, but of course spawn protection is there to ruin it. And that sucks. For some reason I find that this helicopter tracks targets kind of ineffectively. It's not that good. It needs to have a perfect vision of the target to track something. That's why most of the times I just use a manual control, unless I have a perfect view of the target on the ground. Nice. Let's get out of here. Our team is already winning this game, so I'm basically just using the distraction moment to pick off the remaining targets here. And I've run out of time. Well, I may have time to get this last guy. Got him. I'll take it. I see something sticking out of the ground, but I don't have a full lock on this guy. So I'm just gonna send my missile here. 7 seconds to go.
Enemy forces have captured
Just gonna
the
keep it stationary. Okay, no real damage. Just registered the hit, but that's an arena protection for sure. Just another example of how effective it is actually against helicopters. I don't know about jets. I guess it all depends on the kind of missile that you get shot with. But this was happening all the time. Everybody was bringing in the arena tanks, and I missed a lot of shots with my missiles. Looks like we have 2 targets here.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Got a couple of targets here as well. Okay, I think he's looking at me. I see another one behind him there. But I'm just gonna reposition myself for a moment just in case something's coming. Here comes the jet.
Air!
I don't know what happened there, but looks like he lost control. And once the smoke is activated, Hellfires are useless. You can't get any targets in the smoke. It completely loses the track, unfortunately. That's another negative about Hellfires. I thought it was a enemy jet coming in, but it's just a friendly. Okay, something's over here. Somebody's over here. I'm just gonna... I already fired my missile, so I was committed.
Air! 180! Height 200 meters!
Again, with the trees in the way, it's hard to use Hellfires or similar missiles because you cannot just guide it to that direction like a straight missile would be traveling. That's a big negative about these types of missiles. Very particular about situations like this. Okay, we got that one. But that's more of a luck than anything else, really. You're just kind of hoping that the target stays visible the whole time until the impact happens, like this. But overall, they're not very good, these types of missiles. Okay, making some work here. Some good contacts. Now there's a guy by the church here somewhere. Okay, I see him doing something, so I'm just gonna send rockets in so that I can clear the trees and hopefully do some work. Oh, that's just amazing. I love those rocket hits. Okay, I don't know how this guy is managing to actually shoot a missile when he doesn't even see me. Okay, one more. See, it doesn't... my tracker is not even cooperating with me. I have to take the manual control. And 1 second too late, yeah. Very typical. Oh, we have a Strela. And looks like a Leopard. Okay, got that one. I'm out of missiles. Rockets all I got. Just 4 of them. A little bit of a hit, that's about it. So there you go. This is AH-1W performance. One thing I forgot to bring up is that this helicopter is not quite 100% yet. I'm about 85% there. As you can see, I'm still working on my cover, so it's going to improve the helicopter performance slightly in all kinds of different aspects. And I'm also missing these rocket pod installations, but honestly, I don't think I'll be using them, even though the rockets themselves are much better. You do get a lot less of them, so when using rockets, you kind of need a lot of those things. So I'm not going to be particularly seeing a difference for myself. But yeah, that's the AH-1W for today. I will see you guys next time. Have a good day. Ciao.